Well, as we roll on the air this morning, man, a lot of huge news. The late season storm. We got a major announcement coming at 7:30 this morning. Holy jamoly. All right, first of all, you saw that we went from the tropical storm watch to the warning now. And this is a big, giant blurb here. Tropical storm warning. So later today, we're expecting, the hurricane strength to become enacted. So we're still, go to the warning cone right there. Go to cones, over one. Yeah, right there. So at this point, we're still a tropical storm Nicole, and we have maximum sustained winds very close to hurricane status. So maximum sustained winds are at 70 miles an hour. And it's expected to become a Category 1 hurricane later today, whack into the east coast of Florida, and then cross the state. Now, the difference between this time yesterday and now is that it's moved a little further south in the track. So yesterday, the storm was moving further north, and it looked like it was going to hit along the Space Coast maybe and then cut across the state and be a little north of us. Still, effects, because this is a big, wide swath, and the wind field really is just going to blanket the entire state. But now the track has moved a little further south, so it looks like it is closer to the Tampa Bay area when it cuts across the state, bringing us maybe longer, more sustained tropical storm force winds. So, did I mention we have a major announcement at 7:30 this morning?
All right, you mentioned it for like a nanosecond, like in the middle of a sentence. You just kind of shoehorned it right in there at the beginning of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Make sure you're listening. Major announcement at 7:30 this morning here on the MJ Morning Show.
Who does it have to do with?
Everybody.
Oh.
Everybody. All right, so major announcement. Everyone will be affected. A major MJ Morning Show announcement at 7:30 this morning. This just got put together. This thing officially just sprung up last evening. So the major announcement sprung up, solidified last night. That's why we have a major announcement at 7:30 this morning. Now, still waiting to see, what like Hillsborough County and Pinellas County are going to do with schools tomorrow. All schools are open today, but it's going to be interesting to see what Hillsborough and Pinellas do with schools tomorrow. So a tropical storm warning is in effect.
If I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
Hillsborough is off on Friday.
I don't know.
Isn't that right, Fester?
I don't know that.
Okay.
I have to check the calendar.
Can you check on that?
All right.
Yeah, Roxanne.
It just popped into my head.
If you're not mistaken, well, go to the Hillsborough County school calendar and dig that sucker up.
So one thing I am sure that I'm not mistaken about is that Pasco County has canceled schools for tomorrow.
And so did Polk.
Right.
Polk and Pasco, I know. And then I think we're waiting for later today to find out what Hillsborough and Pinellas are going to do, and then some of the other counties. But as we come on the air, overnight, we have a tropical storm warning for a good chunk of the Tampa Bay area. Yeah, Andrew?
Looks like Veterans Day in Hillsborough County schools
for Friday.
For Friday?
Yeah. All right, so Roxanne, you think that Friday's off?
Friday is already off.
If she's not mistaken, which apparently she's not.
No.
Wow.
It's a non-student day.
Yep.
So non-students, but teachers are going to be there? Is that it? Or
that's the way it was scheduled originally.
Okay, I got you. Well, listen, it could be. I would imagine that the storm is going to roll through on Thursday, and then things would be somewhat back to normal on Friday.
Could you tell me again, what time is it coming? I missed that part. What time would we potentially get stuff?
It'll be Thursday afternoon.
Thursday afternoon. Okay.
Is what we look like. So if you look at the timing,
that's what I need.
It's going to be Thursday. Listen, it's going to be like probably all morning Thursday into Thursday afternoon into Thursday late afternoon.
Gotcha.
Thursday evening.
You don't understand. Roxanne wants to know the exact time it's going to roll over her house. Like, 11:56 in the morning.
So, I mean, surprise. I mean, here we go. It's November the 9th. It's the day after Election Day, November the 9th. We got Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks here. And boom, here comes this late season tropical activity. and what appears to be a Category 1 hurricane going to smack into the East Coast somewhere, maybe around West Palm Beach or something. It was tracking further north. Yesterday, it looked like it was going to be Treasure Coast, and that this thing was going to be tracking a little further north of us once it crossed the state. But again, as Dennis Phillips told us, the wind field is just very large. The wind field's really going to envelop like the whole state when it moves over us. So again, the bulk of the Tampa Bay area, we are in a tropical storm warning at this point.
Did someone change the wind field to make it look less like a butt now? Remember yesterday we saw it? It was very gluteus looking.
On the National Hurricane Center map, the yellowish wind field looked like a big butt.
It did.
Big butt.
And I told Dennis Phillips he ought to use that analogy on the air on TV, and he's like, I don't think I'm going to say big butt, but he said big butt here on the MJ Morning Show.
He did.
He did.
He agreed.
Here we go. Surprise late season storm. A tropical storm warning in effect for coastal Citrus County, inland Citrus County, coastal Hernando, inland Hernando, coastal Pasco, inland Pasco, Pinellas County, coastal Hillsborough County, inland Hillsborough County, coastal Manatee County, inland Manatee, coastal and inland Sarasota counties, Sumter County, Polk County, Hardee County, DeSoto Highlands, coastal waters from Tarpon Springs to the Suwannee River, and let's see, Tampa Bay waters, coastal waters from Englewood to Tarpon Springs, out 20 nautical miles. So the bulk of the Tampa Bay area, we are now in a tropical storm warning. 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 I never thought that we'd be talking about another hurricane and tropical storm, warning here in the Tampa Bay area here in November. All right, we're just getting rolling, folks. It is a busy day, of course, the day after Election Day, and busy election results yesterday. Governor DeSantis reelected. All the Republican statewide seats were successful for the Republicans. So, we'll probably dabble in that a little later on, although we don't do a lot of politics on this program. But the big news, two big things, ladies and gentlemen, tropical storm warning for the Tampa Bay area and a massive MJ Morning Show announcement coming at 7:30 this morning. What could it be? What's the big announcement coming up in almost, an hour and 20 minutes? Hold on. Coming up, first Pat and traffic.
Well, it looks like we had that slow-moving train going across 41 this morning. North and southbound was heavy between Gibsonton and East Bay Raceway, so right there by the phosphate pit area.
looking at the pile of stuff we got to get to today. I have such a diverse amount of crap we got to jam on the show today. And then we got to add to the mix this tropical storm warning, which is now in effect. The National Weather Service, National Hurricane Center, we got upgraded. It was about 4:45 this morning, I think, 4:30. So early this morning, the bulk of the Tampa Bay area now under a tropical storm warning because of this tropical storm Nicole, which is expected to turn into a Category 1 hurricane later today and hit the east coast of Florida and then roll across the state. So full details on that, obviously, all morning long. You've got Polk and Pasco that are definitely out tomorrow, and I guess we're waiting on Hillsborough and Pinellas to find out what they're going to do for tomorrow as far as closures go, and we'll find out later on today. We have a major announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, a major MJ Morning Show announcement happens at 7:30 this morning. Now, if you don't get a chance to listen at 7:30, well, you need to just check our website, check our social media, listen to the podcast. We'll make it abundantly clear. And then, of course, tomorrow morning we'll repeat everything. But big announcement. You're going to want to hear this. A big announcement at 7:30. So just over an hour from right now here on the MJ Morning Show. This thing kind of came together quickly, solidified last night, and boom. All right, Froggy's not here today, and Roxanne has medically diagnosed Froggy with what, RSV?
I think it's a possibility because I heard that it's going around, and it's going around Tampa Bay, and I guess it's a stronger
I heard that
strain.
monkeypox was going around as well, so why don't you diagnose him with that?
Isn't RSV like a baby's disease?
It is.
It's
a baby's disease.
More of a baby and small kid disease. Why don't you look that up, Fester? Why don't you look up the respiratory RSV? What does it actually stand for?
Respiratory syncytial virus.
Say it again, please.
Syncytial virus.
It has like too many Y's in
Yeah.
it.
Respiratory syncytial virus.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to say RSV. All right. I'm going to say just freaking RSV is what it is.
That's why they call it RSV.
Yeah. So, Froggy, what did he call in sick? Did we get a text or something?
Yeah, we got a group text to our chain this morning. I was still laying in bed at 4:11 a.m.
Really?
when he wrote.
You were just dreaming of what? Fried chicken or something?
I was actually dreaming of Froggy. And then I get a text and it's from him. And I'm like, oh my God, today's the day. He's like, I think I got what the boys and Kim have. They've all been sick all week. I'm going to try to feel better today.
So Kim, Froggy's wife, and the boys have been sick all week. And now Froggy says that he's got what they have. Well, listen, the flu's kind of going around a little bit. You know, they're worried about like a triple play because of COVID, this RSV, and then the regular seasonal flu. And we're sort of getting warned about like this three-way intersection of crap.
That's how he feels today. So he's out today. He's going to try to feel better, and he thinks he's going to grace us with his presence tomorrow, which, if he's not feeling better, I don't want him around here.
How do you know if you have RSV?
I guess you get tested for it, but usually RSV doesn't affect adults.
Right.
Usually it is very dangerous for newborns, for example, and babies under the age of 1. And then the little kids pass it around amongst themselves, of course. But I was talking to someone in the building who said that it's going around so much in Tampa Bay that the strain is, this variant of it or whatever, is stronger. And even like 7 and 8-year-olds are getting sicker than they normally would.
So
and having
kids older than who usually will get RSV are getting RSV.
Precisely, and showing more symptoms of it. And then,
this makes total sense because Froggy does act like a 7 or 8-year-old.
On a good day.
So this is absolutely fitting on why Froggy... Now, we don't know if he has RSV.
We
have no idea. You're just like, I think Froggy's got RSV. Folks, this is off...
I know it's going around.
This is off the air. During the last break, off the air, Roxanne says, I think Froggy has RSV.
It's going around.
I realize it's going around.
If his kids had something...
But we don't know if the kids... Froggy's kids are like 7 and 11 or 7 and 10 or...
One of them just had a birthday.
Yeah, something like
Luke.
that. I think they're like the years of the convenience store.
So you think they're 7-Eleven
I
right
think
now?
so. I think 7-Eleven.
Or they're Circle K. Or they're Wawa. Or they're Thornton's.
I think they're 7-Eleven.
Or they're West Shore Mini Mart. What do you...
Ooh.
I don't know. What am I missing? What stores have I left
Pickwick?
out? Pick whatever. Racetrack.
So,
Yes.
listen, so Froggy's out today. Kids are sick. Roxanne is just randomly diagnosing things.
Yeah, that's good.
Throwing some diseases out there.
I think it's RSV. I'm like, what? What makes you think that? I don't know.
Another random diagnosis from Roxanne here on the MJ Morning Show. Roxanne has diagnosed Froggy with RSV. But remember, the flu also going around. Oh, by the way, hey, just a little reminder on the flu.
Another reminder this morning for you, the Senior Days program at CVS, providing seniors in the Bay Area convenient and easy access to flu shots.
Fantastic.
I still love that. Was that guy from Channel 28?
He was from Channel 28,
Right.
and he got so butthurt over the fact that we tried to contact him to talk about it.
What was his name? Any idea?
I
what
don't
his-
even remember.
Yeah, this is a reporter for ABC Action News, and it was a couple of months ago. And he's talking about flu shots, and he said flu sharts, and and I heard it, I recorded the audio, and then we played it back, and then we tried to get him on the air, and he declined to come on the air. I'm too busy. I can't come on the air.
Another reminder this morning for you, the Senior Days program at CVS, providing seniors in the Bay Area convenient and easy access to flu shots starts today.
It's still funny as hell to me.
Shot plus start equals shart.
Yeah, right. Hey, I have something that is a horrific thing. Andrew, I have to forward you a picture right now. I got this from a friend of mine. We have full permission to use this photograph. And later on during the MJ Morning Show, first of all, Fester, during our long chunk of the MJ Morning Show, folks, let me explain something very important from a programming standpoint. Every morning at about 7:22, 7:23, 7:24, in that window, every morning we kick off an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. We don't get interrupted for anything. An hour and 20 minutes nonstop. No commercials, no music. And that happens about 7:22, 7:23 every morning. And we go all the way to like 8:42, 8:43. Nonstop MJ Morning Show. And during that, about 7:45 this morning, Fester is going to try to get me to blow up all of our Thanksgiving plans in the MJ family.
Okay, you don't have Thanksgiving plans.
Yeah, well, hang on.
You don't have plans.
Hold on a minute. So Fester's going to try to get me to blow up Thanksgiving plans. That's food related. And then a friend of mine took a picture outside of a supermarket. You know when you go into like Publix or Winn-Dixie or even other chains in other states, you know what you see? You see the sandwich board signs that are just, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I'll walk into local supermarkets, and as you walk into the front door, they'll have those plastic sandwich board signs that look like those traffic barricades, and they're advertising something. But I'm seeing those more and more and more. My friend sent me possibly the most horrific thing for sale inside a supermarket in the history of mankind. I mean, folks, I have a picture of an item for sale in a major supermarket chain, advertised on one of those little sandwich board signs, propped up outside the entrance of the store. I'm telling you, folks, this is the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life. And we'll get to that coming up also. I've got photographic evidence. Andrew, I got to get it to you because we got to have it ready to go. And oh, the humanity. Oh, the horror of this. And I would like to actually meet somebody that would actually buy this and eat this from this major supermarket chain.
I mean, it's edible, right? I mean,
It's edible, all right.
They sell it.
Oh, you can eat it, all right.
I bet Fester and I might eat it.
But I can't believe it. Now, no word on Tampa International Airport yet, but Orlando closed.
Not yet.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Orlando's going to close.
Yeah, they're going to close.
All right.
They're going to cease operation.
If you're on your way to Orlando Airport right now, you're okay.
You're okay.
But Orlando International Airport, They're saying that they will cease all commercial operations today at 4 p.m.
So it's giving you plenty of notice. But if you have a flight that's leaving tomorrow from Orlando,
Closed!
It's not going.
By the way, I'm doing the arm X's. Have you ever seen anyone do the arm X's?
Like that?
No, like this, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, arm X's. Closed!
Speaking
Closed!
of airports, I think the only time I ever see the Armexes is like the guy on the tarmac
Yeah.
to the plane. That guy.
It's got the traffic controller.
Don't
Yeah.
say tarmac. It's the ramp.
Oh, the ramp.
Yeah, don't say
The ramp.
tarmac. Pilots hate it when you say tarmac.
I know somebody that hates it when I say anyways. Jumped my ass during the commercial break. Fester, it's anyway.
That was not
anyways.
that was not you. It was Roxanne.
Oh, I thought it was me.
No.
I took it so personal.
No,
Thank you.
I look at Roxanne, I'm like, I never say anyways. Why is he looking at me when he says that?
No, Roxanne commented. It was directed at Roxanne.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No,
But
Roxanne.
thank you for standing up for me.
Roxanne even acknowledged. Yeah, folks, I guess I'm in the corrective mode this morning.
I guess you are.
Off the air, Roxanne said something, and it was like, anyways, and then went into something else. And I said, Roxanne, listen, I said, it's not anyways. It's just anyway.
Well, I'm going to take note of your little ticks all day today, anyways.
Roxanne
And
will be in a
literally
corrective
mark
mode.
them down, since literally that is your favorite word.
That just troubles me. It always bothers me when people say, anyways. It's just anyway.
Don't you want more than one way?
No, it's anyway. Anyway, if you're using it as a transitional term, anyway, guys.
Well, anyways, leaves the door open for more
It's not anyways.
Roxanne, start going with the popular anywho.
And the other thing, hang on, the thing with the crossed arms and saying closed, and if you're watching MJTV right now, and I recommend that everyone check into MJTV at mjmorningshow.com. You can watch us live in studio, or you can watch it later on. So at your convenience, anytime during the day, go to mjmorningshow.com, click on MJTV, and you can watch us at your convenience anytime during the day. And I'm doing the arm cross thing, and I notice there's a lot in Japan. Like if you're at a store or you're trying to go into a store and they're closed, like the clerk will go, they'll do the arm X, and that's like no, closed. And it just seems it's like a big Asian thing or a big Japan thing, because I see it all over Japan when we travel there.
Aggressive, kind of aggressive.
It is aggressive. It's the Armex aggressive thing. All right, 6:33. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105. In minutes, we'll get into the early morons in the news. Remember, a tropical storm warning in effect for the bulk of the Tampa Bay area as we're waiting for Nicole to hit the East Coast sometime tomorrow. And we'll follow it for you all morning long. Don't forget, major announcement at 7:30 right here on the MJ Morning Show. You don't want to miss that. But early morons in the news next here on the MJ Morning Show. If you're looking for... You got the MJ Morning Show. It's Q105. It is 6:41, and I got a ginormous pile of morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Again, don't forget, huge announcement at 7:30 this morning. Make sure you're listening. In about 45 minutes, a major announcement. A lot of people are going to be very, very interested in this major announcement. And this came up fast. This was put together very, very quickly. Might I say last minute? Well, sorta. Big announcement, 7:30 this morning here on the MJ Morning Show. And, of course, the other big item is we are under a tropical storm warning as Tropical Storm Nicole, expected to turn into a Category 1 hurricane, is headed toward the East Coast, looks like around a West Palm Beach impact, then crossing the state. So we'll have effects which will start hitting us later tonight, tomorrow, and then into tomorrow afternoon here in the Tampa Bay area. Full details coming up during the course of the program. We'll weave in and out. We've got, obviously, some school closures. What was it? Pasco and Polk already closed for tomorrow. Pinellas and Hillsborough, I guess we'll find out later today what they're going to do. But it wouldn't surprise me if they ended up closing schools. All right, let's do some early morons in the news. I'm going to have to bust this up into two chunks because there's just too much. Today's just a jammed up day. Like, I got to be honest. I really don't need a freaking tropical storm getting in the way right now. There's too much stuff going on for a tropical storm.
You need a tropical storm on like a slow news day. Oh, great. We have a tropical storm to talk about. But today,
I need a tropical storm right now like I need monkeypox, okay?
No, don't say that. You don't need monkeypox.
No, I don't plan on getting monkeypox. You ready for a big, giant pile of morons in the news?
Oh, yeah.
All right, first of all, this is a story of great interest to me because one of my very good close friends is an engineer for Tyson Foods. You know, the guy that sends Julian a 25-pound box of chicken nuggets?
Does he still does that? He did that this year, too?
He's
That's
done it.
amazing.
He's done it multiple times. It's like whenever I call and I ask for nuggets, they have some guy go to the end of the assembly line with a big giant trash bag, and the cryogenically frozen Tyson chicken nuggets, they fly off the assembly line belt into a bag. They just tie it up.
I'm sure it's not a trash bag.
Dude, I'm telling you, they get a big plastic bag.
It's got to be a food grade bag.
It is. It's a food grade bag, but this giant bag, they fill it with frozen nuggets. They put it in a box. They put it in dry ice, and they FedEx it to my son Julian at school.
That's the restaurant supply quantity. You have a restaurant, you buy them in 25-pound bags.
I'm telling you. No, well, this is not like it's not like a standard. How do you put it? It's not like a standard
Right.
package.
Okay.
Of course.
Not like what would be sold by the food service companies or
right.
what like a cafeteria at a school would get. It's kind of like a customized little homebrew deal. So my friend at Tyson Foods will get the nugget shipped to Julian, and I find this remarkably interesting, and I hope this doesn't ruin my connection, because the chief financial officer, the CFO of Tyson Foods, John R. Tyson.
So he's obviously a family member.
Yes. Entered a stranger's house and passed out in her bed. What the? Say what?
How does that happen?
Good question. But you know what? I also know of another very tragic story of somebody that I personally know that went into somebody else's house drunk or on something, and things did not end well. I'll get to that in a second. Tyson Foods Chief Financial Officer John R. Tyson said he was embarrassed after his arrest on Sunday. He entered a stranger's home, passed out in her bed. 32-year-old heir to the Tyson Foods empire was charged with public intoxication, criminal trespassing. He is the great-grandson of the company's founder and was even considered to be a potential future CEO.
I mean, he still might be. He's 32, right?
I'm thinking that this might have potentially
Hurt his succession.
a negative effect. You know, when you're the CFO of Tyson Foods and You drunkenly go into someone else's house and fall asleep in some of the ladies' bed?
He's lucky all that happened is that he got embarrassed. He could have been shot.
You would be correct. He says, I'm embarrassed for personal conduct that is inconsistent with my personal values, the company's values, and the high expectations we hold for each other here at Tyson Foods. This is part of a memo that went company-wide, and the Associated Press got their hands on this little memo here. I made a serious mistake, and this has caused me to reflect deeply on the impact my actions can have on others. He indicated he'll receive counseling for alcohol abuse.
What's it called when you just promote family members in a business?
Nepotism?
This guy's a 32-year-old CFO, Chief Financial Officer of the largest chicken distribution company in America. I mean, he didn't get the job because he's the grandson or great-grandson of the founder?
But listen, you have that happen a lot. You have family members that, look at the Walton family, right? You know, the Walmart.
Oh, yeah, Walmart.
Walmart family. I mean, for the most part, they don't really do much, I don't think, with the company anymore, but they just sit around and they're just, multi-billionaires with stock and everything. He said he made a serious mistake. Yep, here comes the, I guess, obligatory going to receive alcohol abuse counseling.
Yeah. I mean, this guy's 32 years old. He had a weekend bender.
Now, he didn't immediately, I guess, join the company. Initially, he worked for J.P. Morgan. He was an investment banker, and he joined the family business at Tyson Foods back in 2019.
Great.
And he took over as the Tyson Foods CEO back in September. Jeez, he's only a couple of months into the job, and he's stumbling into some lady's house and going into her bed while all liquored up. Yeah, the arrest occurred just days before Tyson was slated to speak on the company's earnings call for the first time as CFO. Whoopsies. Yeah, Tyson Foods is slated to report their quarterly earnings on November 14th. Yeah, he was arrested just before 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. Oh, my God. That was time change time. Right around time change time. Yeah, that's a crazy story. Can you imagine that?
It doesn't change the fact they have very good nuggets.
Oh, listen, the Tyson products are good. Listen, Tyson does a good job. And where was this in Arkansas? Yeah, the story that I have it doesn't say exactly where. Can you bring up another version of the story? Yes, this one doesn't say where it happened. Where's Tyson Foods based? Why are you on Bing all of a sudden instead of Google? What?
This is computer
just
system.
Just go to Google.
Hold on.
Go type in Go. Fester, you are a computer idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right.
Just type in Tyson. I think it was. I just want to know what state it happened in.
I don't think calling me a computer idiot is getting it to you any faster. By the way.
That might be a little bit of a slowdown deal.
Maybe.
All right. Where did it happen? Bring that. Just click on this. Click on a story. Any story. Right there. Click on the Today Show.
The Today Show.
Where did it happen? All right. Criminal trespass.
Hold on. Come on,
dude.
man.
All right. Listen. You just can't operate a computer.
Too many stupid pop-ups.
Well, stop with your windows.
It was found in the Arkansas home.
That's what I thought. It was Arkansas. Is where it happened. Son, that's no way to take over the CFO position and be a member of the Tyson Foods family and stumble into some lady's house totally drunk off your...
It was in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Fayetteville.
I sent a note to my friend who is an engineer for Tyson Foods. I sent him a link to the story. I said,
I bet.
I said, whoopsies. He said, yeah. He said, quite the buzz around the company.
Quite the buzz around the water cooler.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. All right. We are just getting started with the Morons. I've got a pretty creepy mugshot that I need you to see. So we'll continue with Morons in the News next. Chunk 2. Don't forget, 7:30 this morning, folks. A little over half an hour from right now. At 7:30, a major announcement here on the MJ Morning Show. Major announcement, 7:30. Coming up in minutes. Don't miss it. And also the latest on our tropical storm warning affects tomorrow here in the Tampa Bay area. Full details on the way here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Now, money-wise. Sent you the supermarket horror story picture. Ladies and gentlemen, there is so much today. It is such a jammed up day, and then we got this tropical storm BS that we got to deal with. I was done with the season, man. How dare?
Oh, you were done, all right. You got rid of all your gasoline.
I used all. Well, I think I'm okay with that. But I did. I had 41 gallons of gasoline stored because of Ian, and then during the latter end of October, I started using my gas supply in my car because I don't want 41 gallons of gas hanging around in the garage. Plus, gas does expire. A lot of people don't realize that. I got into an argument with Fester over that.
Yeah, I did not know that gas eventually, like a gallon of milk, has an expiration date on it.
Gas can go bad and kind of foul up your engine. You want to use gas within 3 to 6 months. If you have it stored, you want to use it you don't want to hold on to gas more than 6 months in a regular gas container. So yeah, I was done with the season, man. I mean, this is just an inconvenience. How dare you? Nicole, you bitch. Okay? How dare you? I was done with the season. We were moving on, and then boom, here comes this Nicole, which is going to turn into like a Category 1 hurricane later today, and then hit the East Coast, and then really kind of blanket the whole state. So we have a tropical storm warning for the Tampa Bay area. We are under a tropical storm warning, and we're waiting for school closures for tomorrow. Already, Pasco and Polk have announced no school, and we're waiting on Hillsborough, Pinellas, and other counties to see what's going to happen as far as schools tomorrow. I have a major announcement in less than half an hour right here. MJ Morning Show, major announcement at 7:30. This is big. This is huge. And if you miss it, make sure you come back to the podcast later on, watch MJ TV, whatever. We'll have it posted on all of our social media. We'll put it on our website. So we'll have it also posted at mjmorningshow.com. So, Andrew, we got to work on a big splash once I make the announcement. So, mjmorningshow.com. If you miss it, but in 26 minutes, big announcement here on the MJ Morning Show. Massive announcement. You're going to love it, I believe, in 26 minutes from right now. All right, continuing with the morons in the news. I mentioned that I had a very creepy mugshot. Andrew, do you have this posted? Is this ready to go? It is. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, it'll be at the top area where it says stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. And this is just a creepy mugshot. An accused groper.
Oh.
If you want to know what a groper looks like, just take a look at this guy's mugshot.
Groper and creepy go together.
Yes. And you haven't seen the image yet, have you, Roxanne?
I have not. I'm getting ready to be surprised.
Guess where it happened? Starts with a V.
Valrico?
No. All right, from the Villages News, which is good for a couple of really good stories a week. This is the headline. Accused groper, free on bond, frightens employee at local ice cream shop. So let me get this straight. This guy is an accused groper. He was arrested for groping. He's free on bond, and then was he on the prowl looking to grope again while he's out on bond?
He can't give it up.
When he says frightened an ice cream employee or somebody at an ice cream shop, did he touch him?
Let me give you the details. This is an accused groper. He's out on bond, allegedly offered some unwanted affection toward a Beef O'Brady's server.
Ooh,
jeez.
So beefs.
He was trying to grab some beef, apparently. Accused groper is out on bond. The reason why he was originally arrested, because of this unwanted affection toward this Beef O'Brady's employee. He was jailed again after scaring the bejesus out of an employee at a local ice cream shop. Larry William Rerick, 65 years old, from Fruitland Park. Jailed without bond now following his arrest in an incident which happened at the Sweet Licks ice cream shop in Bushnell.
That's a great name for an ice cream store.
By the way, Licks is spelled Lickz. Sweet Licks.
Licks.
Yeah. The employee ran out of the ice cream store into the nearby I-75 liquor store. They've got a liquor store called I-75 Liquors?
Yeah. I think every major interstate has a couple of liquor stores named after them.
Hey, it's Walt. Come on down to I-95 Liquors.
Liquors with a Z.
Yeah. So the ice cream shop employee ran into the liquor store for help because of this creepy interaction with this guy, Rarick, who was arrested last month, rubbed his hands on the thigh of a 17-year-old server at Beef's.
Oh, come on, Rarick.
Oh, my God. Is this not nasty? Yeah, the liquor store employee tried to snap a picture of Rarick, who had climbed behind the wheel of a beige Chevy Malibu.
You know, the beige Malibu. It's a real fine car.
I think it's, you know what? That's the car and color of gropers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do you have any Malibus on the lot?
According to the arrest report from the Sumter County Sheriff's Office, Rarick used the vehicle to strike the legs of the liquor store employee, so rammed the car into the I-75 liquor store employee. Bystander noticed that something was going on, used his vehicle to block Rarick's car until the cops showed up. And the bystander got out of the car, stood in front of Rarick's vehicle. Then then Rarick used his vehicle to strike the intervener as well. So I guess we've got the I-75 liquor guy, we got the intervener. He then fled the scene on foot. He fled the scene in the car, so I guess he was able to get out. So he fled the scene and then was pulled over at a nearby Baptist church. He had been drinking, had a problem with the field sobriety tests, didn't blow a .08. He blew a .06 and a .058, which still, you can get charged with DUI for that.
Still, he saw the name of the ice cream store, Sweet Licks.
Sweet Licks.
And he thought it was a completely different service.
Are we going to talk about this mugshot?
Yeah,
now?
you got to look at the mugshot.
All right. So I've been looking at this, and this is if I wanted to send Fester, say Fester and I are going back and forth and texting,
Yep.
and I wanted to send Fester a message and say, I'm going to grope you, which would be inappropriate. So I would never do that to you, Fester. But if I wanted to send, I'm going to grope you, rather than typing that out, I would just grab this guy's face and use it as a meme, because that's what his face says.
Does this guy not scream groper? Does this guy's face not
The
scream?
expression.
This guy's face screams thigh toucher of a 17-year-old Beef O'Brady's server.
He's not a young guy. He's like an old, dirty man.
He's 65. He even has groper teeth.
Yeah.
You got to look at this guy's mugshot. If you want to see what a groper looks like, or an accused groper, go to mjmorningshow.com, click on stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show at the top. You might need to slide the images over and hit the arrow, and then click on this story, and you'll see the mugshot of this groptacular guy.
It's everything. It's the expression. It's the eyes, the eyebrows, the mouth, the head tilt.
I have everything. It's Groper Fest. It's Groper Palooza. I have some advice. If this happens to you, I would recommend not jumping out of a moving vehicle. Now,
Any times to jump out of a moving vehicle?
well,
I can think of times it's worth jumping out of a
there might
movie
be some times, but I think that this could have been handled a little differently. It does involve a teenager. It does involve a 17-year-old. No, it's not the 17-year-old from Beef O'Brady's in Bushnell who had her thigh groped by this groping man.
No, 17-year-old worked at Sweet Licks.
And then there was also a 17-year-old at Sweet Licks. Oh, my God. 17-year-olds were everywhere. All right. So this happened in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I think it's a very interesting story. A Raleigh, North Carolina teenager was in a Lyft, Uber, Lyft. Teenager was in a Lyft on the way home from work, and the 17-year-old ended up in the ER after jumping from a moving car from the Lyft in which she was a passenger. It happened very fast. Azia Bowden is her name. She said she blacked out after she opened the car door, only remembered where she landed, and then she was scared. She was crying. She is back home safely. She had some injuries from the fall out of the moving vehicle.
All right.
No broken bones. Here's what happened. Why would she jump out of a lift?
Was
And
the driver like a super creep or
Well,
something?
hey, you're on the right track there.
Okay.
She grew very suspicious. She got into the lift, and the driver made comments about her and comments about just things in general that made her very uncomfortable. Driver said, "Wow, you look good. I'd date you if you weren't so young.
Ooh.
Oh.
How many boys flirted with you?"
Ew.
I mean, just weird things. And she said if she's riding with a stranger, she's always nervous, but she knew this was different. I knew that I wasn't going crazy or something. I knew that my body has never felt like that before. I've seen a lot of this, so I knew I was feeling drugged. She then described how she felt after the driver sprayed something.
Oh.
She felt dizzy and warm. So she's claiming the driver sprayed something back in the car.
The more you tell of this story, the more I'm thinking jumping out of the car is not a bad idea.
She says, when I got in his car, I did smell cigarettes. So when he sprayed, when I got in the car, she smelled like cigarettes, which I don't know why she would at 17. So when she sprayed one time, I already was like, oh, no longer smells like that. But he kept spraying and then rolled the windows up. And apparently she was starting to feel weird. She said, I was scared. I was more so like, I'd rather get out of this car than fall asleep in a car with a man I don't know. She jumped out of the car. She said the driver did not stop the whole time. She said that he turned around after she fell and was crying. He pretended to be a bystander and called the police for her.
Okay.
So this is weird. Now, I would recommend, if you're in a weird situation, I wouldn't recommend jumping out of a moving vehicle. I would recommend just getting on the phone and calling 911 immediately is what I would do.
I mean, was there no traffic lights you could have?
I would imagine the last thing, the last thing that you would want to do, I think, is jump out of a moving vehicle. But she did it. Is that not a bizarre story? What did he spray?
I mean, for her to process all of this and to have the presence of mind to even do this, I mean, good for her that she got relieved herself from the situation.
A Lyft spokesperson claims that the company is aware of the driver's behavior. The driver has been removed from the Lyft platform.
That's good.
They'll assist law enforcement with anything they can. She says that she got a refund from Lyft.
Oh, that's nice.
But she says that she doesn't see herself taking Uber or Lyft ever again. Listen, most Uber and Lyft drivers are great. But, I mean, this is just a total cretin that she stumbled across here.
I told you about my one friend, though, and I just saw her yesterday who got in the Uber and they were playing techno music and the guy was whacked out of his mind driving them
Oh,
home.
my God. Well, did they get out of the car?
No, but
Yeah.
they just took the ride.
Oh, so they just stayed in the car? They thought the driver was whacked and they stayed in the car?
We're
The
scared.
music really was good.
Anyway, I mean, she should have called 911 right away, but I guess as a last resort, you jump out of the car. Luckily, she wasn't hurt more seriously. But that's just a bizarre story. All right, folks, next, a massive, huge, big announcement at 7:30. We're 14 minutes away from this huge announcement here on the MJ Morning Show and the latest on the tropical storm headed in our general direction. All on the way next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. I have more. This is Q105, 725. It is the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew here. Fester and Roxanne. Froggy's out. He called in sick. I'm sorry. He texted in sick earlier this morning. Like at what did you say, 4 o'clock in the morning? You were lying awake and your phone buzzed, Fester?
No, I was asleep at 4:11. I was awakened by Froggy's text of, I don't feel well.
Why would you be awakened by a text? Why wouldn't your phone be on silent? Or why would you allow the vibration on your phone? Or did your phone, was it not on vibrate?
No, I have it on a snooze until 4 a.m. So like if you would have texted me at 3:59, I wouldn't have heard it. But then the snooze ends at 4 a.m.
All right, so Froggy texts in sick. Roxanne thinks he has RSV. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Just throwing it out there because I've heard that it is going around the Tampa Bay area.
Ladies and gentlemen, another Roxanne medical diagnosis here on the MJ Morning Show.
I didn't think adults got it, but
Major or not, well, we don't. He probably doesn't have it.
How would you like to go to that doctor? I'm just throwing this out there. You might have this.
I'm not a doctor. I'm just a hypothesizer.
Yeah, you're just reckless is what you are. All right. So, reckless diagnoser. Major announcement coming up in 4 minutes. It is 7:26 right now. This is the MJ Morning Show. A major announcement is coming up in minutes. In fact, you know what? I think I might just do an Instagram Live here.
Okay.
You know, maybe I'll do Instagram Live when I do the big announcement. So 4 minutes from right now, major MJ Morning Show announcement. Also, I'm really aggravated with this tropical storm. I thought we were done for the season, and now we got to deal with this. It's just kind of getting in the way. It's just screwing things up.
We are still in hurricane season.
I know that hurricane season goes until the 30th of November every year. I get it. But still doesn't change the fact that I'd already written off the season. We had our near miss. We had our brush with Ian. That was enough of a jolting, jarring experience. And I thought we were done for the season. And now we got this Nicole, which is going to, smack into the East Coast, probably around West Palm Beach somewhere. And it'll happen late tonight, early tomorrow morning. And then we'll have tropical storm effects here in the Tampa Bay area and across a lot of the state of Florida beginning, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, into tomorrow evening.
All right. While a hurricane is no laughing matter, and it's going to be a Category 1 when it makes landfall, for the most part, it's going to be a wind event.
It'll be a wind event, a little bit of storm surge on the East Coast, but wind and rain, locally, we could see, a couple of inches of rain. I was looking at the wind fields, and we will speak to Dennis Phillips this morning. So Dennis Phillips, Mr. Suspenders, will join us from ABC Action News at about 8:53 this morning. So just before 9 o'clock, Dennis Phillips, and we're waiting for Greg D to phone in. Greg D ought to be phoning in at about 7:33. So I just got a text. Greg D from Channel 28, ABC Action News, will join us in about 5 minutes. So we'll get a live hit from Greg D from the ABC Action News Weather Center in just a matter of minutes. So hold on, book it.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
You have a major announcement coming up in, 90 seconds?
Yes.
And you're only going to give yourself 3 minutes to do it because Greg D's calling in with a weather report?
That's all I need.
Oh,
okay.
Major announcement.
All right.
So if I go an extra minute, I think Greg D can hang for a minute on hold.
I don't know, man.
All right. And we have just the regular MJ Morning Show content we got to get to here. Hey, Roxanne, before I get to my big announcement, how often should you wash your hair?
This is a debatable question. I think it has to do with the type of hair that you have. For example, I wash my hair about 2 to 3 times during the work week. I'd say 2.5 because one night I'll just do a half wash. So I'll wash like the crown of my head. Because if you wash it too often, it can dry it out. But if you don't wash it often enough, I have to wash it more in the summer. It gets flat and greasy.
And the crown of your head's where you get the itchies.
Yeah. I know that. Yes. I noticed that you're very flat and greasy. Yes,
happens.
You know what? That's
guilty.
That's like a great item at a fast food restaurant. Flat and greasy. Yes, I'll take the flat and greasy, please.
$3.47.
This debate has come up. I know we've talked about this in the past, but I saw another item from a dermatologist Some people think they have to wash their hair every day. You don't. This is Dr. Anthony Rossi, an assistant attending dermatologist at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York City and a fellow of the American Academy of Dermatology. And, he says, listen, if you've got really, really oily, nasty hair, you want to probably increase a little bit. But on average, people really only need to wash their hair a couple of times a week.
Yep.
So that's the big debate here. The truth on how often you need to wash your hair, it is only a couple of times a week. And it actually is not to your advantage for most people to wash their hair every single day.
Does it seem like more and more we're doing stories about less is more when it comes to bathing?
There have been multiple stories about not having to shower every day as well.
I've been ahead of that trend since,
Yeah, we know.
1988.
Yeah, we know.
Kind of ironic in this post,
So washing your hair. All right. Are you ready for the big announcement? Ladies and gentlemen. Big announcement. Now, Fester and Roxanne, you guys have no idea what this is.
No clue.
Now, Andrew, our executive producer, he begged me this morning because he saw it on my social media last night. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have gotten a little heads up at least on the big announcement. Because last night, as soon as this was solidified, I did an Instagram Live. It was great. I had hundreds of people that joined me last night for my Instagram Live. And you know what? I might go ahead. I think I'm going to do this again right now. Hold on a minute. I think I might do an Instagram Live right now. Hold on. I'm going to dial up my Instagram, and I'm going to go live right now. I'm just going to put this over here and go live. All right. It's checking the connection. Oh, I'm now live.
Good.
All right. So I'm live on my Instagram. Now, folks, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio. Here is the big announcement. And welcome to all of my live Instagram viewers right now. It is 7:32, and this is the big announcement. This came together quickly yesterday.
All right.
I have another 20 Microsoft. Look at Rock. Give me that again. I have another 20 Microsoft Surface Pro 8 tablets to give away next week.
Wow.
We're giving away another 20.
So
every hour during the MJ Morning Show next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, next week, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Every hour during the morning show, every day next week, we're giving away another Microsoft Surface 8 Pro tablet. But guess what? This gets juiced up even more because this one includes the keyboard. So it's the tablet and the magnetic snap-on keyboard that acts as the case. So this is an added bonus.
That's very cool.
Is this not amazing?
That's
in time for the holidays? Another $20-something thousand, worth of. This is incredible.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have to tell. I just texted Don like about 30 minutes ago. Just something popped into my head that I wanted to say to him.
Yep.
But I had no idea about this.
Yeah. Thanks to Don, the IT guy again from Team Logic IT St. Pete. Don, the IT guy, helping facilitate this again for us. Another 20 tablets starting Monday. Folks, this was a huge deal. We gave away 20 of these back in August. People were unbelievably thrilled on this giveaway, and it was so successful. Like tag team back again, and hey, it's tablet tag. Remember we called it tablet tag.
Is that what we called it?
Yes, because we give the first one away, and then you have to know the name of the previous winner, and boom, you win the tablet. It's very simple. So tablet tag starts on Monday morning at 6 a.m. We'll just give away the first one at 6 a.m. Monday morning, and then you have to listen for the name of the 6 a.m. winner, and then at 7, you got to know the name of the previous winner if you're the right number caller. And then so on for 8 a.m. and 9 a.m., and then for 6 a.m. the next day, you got to know the previous 9 a.m. winner. Tablet tag. It's very simple, and this is fast. We start giving these things away on Monday morning here on the MJ Morning Show. 20 more Microsoft Surface 8 Pro tablets, but this time it's even better. We're giving away the keyboard with each unit, so I'm very excited about this. All right, hey, Greg D, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. All right, Greg, I just announced we're giving away another 20 Microsoft tablets beginning on Monday, so very big announcement here on the MJ Morning Show. Yeah, it's pretty big. Greg D, ladies and gentlemen, joining us from ABC Action News from the Weather Center. And, Greg, let's get the latest on Tropical Storm Nicole, expected to become a Cat 1 hurricane. Let's talk about where it is, where it's going, the effects on the Tampa Bay area. 4 a.m. hour this morning, the National Weather Service and National Hurricane Center put us under a tropical storm warning. What's the latest?
So I do think that although it is forecast to become a hurricane as it approaches, generally that area around Fort Pierce and Stewart, we are going to get tropical storm conditions here across the Bay Area. Now, overnight, the forecast has shifted a little farther south, but I don't want you to focus on that because this storm is so huge. There are going to be tropical storm force winds from Jacksonville to Miami all across the peninsula as the storm is moving by. What I expect for us to see are basically strong winds starting overnight and into tomorrow. The worst of it is tomorrow morning. I think most see winds sustained between 40 and 50 miles an hour, and occasionally the winds will gust over 50. A few people may see gusts over 60, though I think most of us are not going to see winds quite that strong. So what that means in terms of wind damage, I think you're going to see tree branches down, maybe a couple of trees, isolated hit-and-miss power outages likely overnight and tomorrow morning. But unlike Ian, this is going to move fast and is going to get out of here. I think the strongest winds are done by midday tomorrow. In terms of flooding, much different than Ian. It's moving fast. There'll be less rain. There will not be widespread river flooding. The rivers may rise a little bit, but not as much as in Ian for sure. And storm surge right now is not a huge threat because as the storm is approaching, we'll see that wind offshore. So just like with Ian, when it was approaching, we could actually see the bay go down by 3 to 4 feet. If it does go out into the Gulf tomorrow, we may get a bit of a sea level rise north of the bay, but I think it's only going to be a couple of feet. So widespread surge flooding not expected.
Greg, what do you think as far as the immediate Tampa Bay area? What is your prediction for rainfall? How many inches? Will it be measured in inches?
Yeah, I think we're going to see 2 to 3 inches of rain at the most. I really think that's all we're going to see, which is very doable. That is something that we get in an afternoon thunderstorm often. And I really think the winds will match an afternoon thunderstorm in the summertime as well. So wind gusts, 45 to 55 miles an hour. Obviously, tomorrow morning, if you don't have to be out, stay inside. The bridges may be closed because of stronger winds. There'll be tree debris on the roadways. Some street lights may be out, that kind of a deal. So if you can work from home or stay home tomorrow morning, that would be the best plan. You know, the best news about this one, it's out of here by tomorrow night. Friday through the weekend are looking great.
Yeah, because typically when we get these storms and this thing rolls through quickly on Thursday, it then takes all the moisture with it. So we could be looking at an unbelievably gorgeous weekend.
Oh, yeah. Saturday in your 80s, 70s on Sunday, just absolutely beautiful. And early next week, we could see some temperatures down into the 40s.
I'm looking at the latest advisory, which was the 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time advisory. You know, typically we get 8 a.m. intermediates, but because of the time change, and we don't really deal with these storms typically, this is a 7 a.m. advisory. And the maximum sustained winds for Tropical Storm Nicole, 70 miles per hour. And it looks like it's just to the east of the Far East Bahamas right now. And, you know, Greg, you mentioned the more southerly track because yesterday it looked like it was going to be more of an entry at the Space Coast or Daytona, and then the modeling late yesterday afternoon and last night, it started to push back further south, like West Palm, north of West Palm, Stewart, Fort Pierce. And then, but you're right. You look at the Winfield blob, and you know what we had Dennis on yesterday about 8:55 yesterday morning, and Dennis spent some time with us. And on the National Hurricane Center map, you know, the cone map, they have the big yellow blob, and it's huge. It envelops the whole state of Florida, this blob.
And here's the thing, with a blob that big, what you're seeing is that the energy of the storm is spread out over a large area. In order for the storm to get stronger faster, which I know some folks are fearing, you would have to take all that wind and pull it towards the center. And that is easier said than done. And that is why we do not expect Nicole to blow up the way Ian did, because it's just so spread out. But the problem is that, when you look at a forecast map, and like you said, you're looking at that cone, you're thinking, Jacksonville's not in the cone, they're going to be fine. But then you look at the wind field and you're noticing, Jacksonville could get as much storm surge flooding and wind as where the center comes ashore, hundreds of miles to the south in Stewart or Fort Pierce. So this is one where I think everyone across the peninsula just needs to kind of get ready for. I don't think it's going to be nothing nearly as bad as Ian, but certainly we want to respect every storm. And if you can just kind of stay inside tomorrow morning, let this thing move by, that'd be the best way to do it.
Now, Greg, I had this discussion with Dennis yesterday, and if you want, you're free to use this. But if you look at the National Hurricane Center cone and the big yellow blob, we said to Dennis yesterday, it had a little more of a bottom indent, and we said it looked like a giant butt. So if it looks like a giant butt is about to envelop as far as the wind field goes. So if you want to use that on ABC Action News, I give you creative license to use it.
It's got peach emoji vibes.
That's a good one, yeah.
It does. All right, so once again, before I let you go, folks, we're on with Greg D., meteorologist at ABC Action News, part of Dennis Phillips' big hurricane team over there. So give us again the window for the Tampa Bay area. The most effects will be from when to when tomorrow?
Let's just say, to keep it easy, midnight tonight to noon tomorrow. It's a 12-hour storm with the worst of it within 4 hours of sunrise tomorrow. Then it's out of here. It keeps moving out. Generally, for most of us, it's going to be a windy, rainy morning.
Now, Greg, we also heard that Pasco and Polk have already canceled school. We're waiting on Hillsborough and Pinellas. I'm guessing they're probably going to cancel schools, is my guess.
I would hope so. I'm not saying it's going to be extremely dangerous, but do we really want our kids trying to go to school in 40 or 50 mile an hour winds with tree branches on the ground, power outages, traffic lights out? It's just going to be really difficult to get kids to school on time. I think.
We got to toughen these kids up a little bit. We really have to toughen these kids up. Get them out there in the 40 mile an hour wind. Walk uphill to school.
Yeah, right. But back in our days,
my parents sent me to school. It's only a tropical storm.
Back in my day, I walked to school during a Category 2 hurricane.
Get out
I
there.
walked 10 miles.
I swam across the bay. We didn't have any bridges when I was in school.
Exactly. Hey, Greg, thanks for checking in, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You guys stay safe. We're going to ride through this one really easy, and the weekend's looking great.
And then Dennis is going to join us at 8:53 this morning from his home weather center.
Excellent. Can't wait to hear that.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, guys.
All right, bye-bye. All right, so there you go. The latest on Tropical Storm Nicole. And again, she's a bitch, all right? I didn't expect this
Tricky
late.
Nikki.
Oh, boy. Anyway.
Was that a dancer's name?
Tricky Nikki. Yes. One of the big names at the old Tanga Lounge.
Oh, remember Tricky Nikki?
Yeah, over at the Tanga. Yes. Did a little time at the 2001 and then, Mons for a little bit. Then, yes.
Oh, causing disruption when we're all going to the polls. That's ironic. I mean, she actually didn't cause any disruption yesterday, but Tricky Nikki did.
I have no idea what the hell you just said.
Polls, stripper. You said it's Tricky Nikki.
The polls as in pole dancing.
Thank you.
Okay, all right.
A little bit of a stretch.
All right, a little bit of a stretch. I might be a little slow on that one. A little slow.
The whole Tricky Nikki joke was like a 6, and the poll comes in like a 2.
Took it down to like a 2.
Okay.
All right, so, man, listen, I just made a huge announcement. We've got this tropical storm which is going to affect us tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff to get to. This is just a busy day. If you missed it, minutes ago, ladies and gentlemen, I made a huge announcement at 7:30. We are giving away another 20 Microsoft Surface Pro 8 tablets with the keyboard this time. I think that's like a $199 deal. So, folks, this is going to be huge. starting Monday morning at 6 a.m., we're giving away a Microsoft Surface 8 Pro tablet with an Intel i5 processor, 256 gigabytes of hard drive. I mean, this is another amazing deal. It was so successful back in August. We're doing it again. 20 tablets. These are full Windows computers. Folks, I'm telling you now that I use my Microsoft Surface 8 Pro almost exclusively every day for my prep work now. That is my number one go-to computer. I love it. It is fantastic. And we'll give them away starting 6 a.m. on Monday morning, every hour next week. Every hour during the morning show. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., all next week. Just listen to the MJ Morning Show. Spread the word. We're giving away another $20,000 in tablets here on the MJ Morning Show. But the upside here is we're not only giving away the tablet, you're getting the keyboard as well.
And the texters are going nutso, but
Yep.
I have to break it to them that just because you and I, texter, have a good relationship, I have no way to help you win this tablet. Like, they think that because we're friends and we text, yep, I'm going to hook them up. It doesn't work like that.
Spread the word, folks. It'll start on Monday morning. So on Monday morning at 6 a.m., sometime in that hour, we're just going to give away the first tablet because that primes the pump. And it's tablet tag. You've got to listen because you have to know the previous hour's first name of the winner. So 6 a.m. on Monday, we just say, hey, caller 30 or whatever. And then I ask what their name is. Congratulations, Nicole. You just won a tablet.
Oh, my
God. And then in the 7 o'clock hour, I'm going to say, hey, be caller number whatever. And you have to know the name of the previous hour's winner. So if you're the winner, if you call in the 7 o'clock hour on Monday, I'm going to say, okay, who won last hour? And they say, Nicole. Boom, you win the tablet. Then I ask for your name. Then in the 8 o'clock hour, you got to know who won in the 7. In the 9, you got to know who won in the 8, and so on. And then for Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., you got to know who won in the 9 o'clock hour the previous day. And then we rinse and repeat all week long, every hour, Monday through Friday. These are, folks, these are like a retail price with the keyboard. These are like $1,200, $1,300 deals. These are nice, 20 of them. All right, so starting Monday morning here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, speaking of prizes, we finally did hear after the late drawing snafu on Powerball, we heard that finally there was a winner. Can you believe one ticket? One freaking ticket in Altadena, California, which is outside of Los Angeles.
Is it in Los Angeles County?
I think it is in L.A. County.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the Google Maps. Look up Altadena. I mean, I know the name because I lived in L.A. for a couple of years. But the ticket was sold at Joe's Service Center, which is a quintessential old school 1970s looking gas station.
That's awesome.
With a little market or convenience store the size of your bedroom closet. You know those old like service stations where the 2 or 3 service bays and then above the roof comes to a point? You know what I'm talking? It's the old gas station. That's what this place looks like. This old gas. It's a mobile station. And they already have a sign hanging out front, billionaire made here. So as soon as the media converged and all the helicopters were flying over, they had a big banner that the lottery had brought by because California, obviously a participating state in Powerball, 45 states, District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, U.S., and they already hung a banner that said billionaire made here. I'm like, you know what? Not really. Because, yeah, sure, they won the $2.04 billion jackpot, but if they take the cash payment and they don't do the 30-year annuitized payout, then it's going to be $997,600,000. That's the cash payout. So that's not even $1 billion. So a billionaire was not really made there, was it?
Listen, you let it sit in a bank for a couple of weeks, and that interest will just roll over that comp. You'll be a billionaire by the end of the year.
Listen, I would not obviously look the gift horse in the mouth here, but the cash value is going to be $9.97, and then you got to take federal taxes off of that. I saw it, and this was stunning to me. In California, they don't tax winnings with their state income.
I was thinking California got this huge windfall.
That's what I thought on my afternoon show. Listen, I thought that California was going to be an awful state to win the lottery, that they're going to get their grubby hands in there on state taxes. But then I heard that California is one of a handful of states that they do not tax lottery winnings with state taxes. So you only have to pay the federal taxes. So that's like one of the only upside California stories here that I can think of, because they're paying like $7 a gallon for gasoline. Yes, Andrew.
Yeah, this is one of those few situations where I would not take the lump sum. I would take the annual payout of whatever was something like $47 million.
That makes no sense.
Yes, you're a financial doofus.
Yeah, exactly. Fester, what is Andrew?
A financial doofus.
A financial doofus who would have a plan, because you'd end up with over $1 billion over the time.
Doesn't matter. You would take the money instead of waiting for. First of all, you'd be 90 years old when or whatever.
I wouldn't be able to spend it anyway before then.
Listen, you take the cash payment, because through proper investing, you'll do better over the long run.
And normally I would agree. This was too big a number.
All right, Fester, what is Andrew?
A financial doofus. Andrew doesn't walk around with $300 in his pocket. I mean, honestly, Andrew, listen. You go to the Holland Group and you tell them, hey, I just hit the $2 billion lotto. They're going to tell you take the
money.
lump sum
take it
and
all.
invest it. Yeah. You'll have quadruple your money in 20 years. So have you ever heard of the football player? I never even heard of this guy, Damata Pico.
Yeah, I know the story. Go ahead and tell it. Yep.
So he's I guess he's a former star player for the Cincinnati Bengals, probably my least favorite team of all of them.
The guy's name is Damata Pico or
Peko, P-E-K-O?
Yeah, DOMATAPEKO.
Yeah.
And former NFL football player. It turns out, Fester, that what?
His father-in-law, former NFL star, who I'd never heard of before, his father-in-law is the guy who worked the counter, and I guess owns or runs the Joe's gas station out there in California, and sold the $2 billion ticket.
Joe Chayed owns Joe's Service Center. Well, his name is Joe.
Yeah,
it is Joe's.
So.
He owns the service center in Altadena, California, that sold the $2 billion winning Powerball ticket. And he gets $1 million. And, that varies by states. When you've got some of these huge jackpots, some states and their local state lotteries give the seller a decent prize. Some states you get screwed. But in California, Joe, he got $1 million check.
Good for him.
Now, I would imagine it's going to be a while before anyone comes forward. You win something like this, man, you really got to get your ducks in a row. I don't think California is one of the states where you're able to remain anonymous.
All right.
So can you look that up? I think that it will be revealed who won.
I think it's public, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a public state. But that's the deal. All right, moving along. Fester is trying to blow up my Thanksgiving.
All right, this whole thing happened in the last 3 minutes of yesterday's show.
Something happened here on the MJ Morning Show. Fester's correct. The last minutes of the MJ Morning Show yesterday, and Fester is trying to blow up my Thanksgiving.
You don't have a Thanksgiving to blow up. You have an idea for reservations.
Well, okay, yeah. Do you have reservations? That's the question.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good to go on the res.
Okay, well, I'm going to sweeten the pot for you then, if you do Fester's thing.
Let me get Michelle on the phone, because, listen, this affects my family.
Affects your family.
It does affect my family.
The hell it does.
Hello?
Hey, Michelle.
Yes.
By the way, I made the big announcement a few minutes ago. Did you hear it?
Yep.
You want to repeat the announcement?
That you're giving away some tablets?
We're giving away. Yeah, I'm giving away.
Hold on.
I'm giving away some Tums.
That was the worst.
I'm giving away Tums tablets.
That was the worst repeat of a big announcement.
Tums.
Give away a couple of
Just
tablets.
waking up.
All right.
We're giving away 20 more Microsoft Surface Pro tablets. These are Surface Pro 8s with the keyboard. We're giving these away starting on Monday morning at 6 a.m. here on the MJ Morning Show. Every hour, every day next week during the MJ Morning Show here on 104.7 FM Q105. All right, so Michelle, Fester is trying to blow up our Thanksgiving.
How's that?
Okay, Michelle, I am trying to make your Thanksgiving. Yesterday, MJ had an article or news report, and it's true. Grocery prices are higher. The turkeys are in short supply. 1 out of 5 Americans,
I think it was 1 in 4, can only spend $100
okay.
for Thanksgiving. All the prices are through the roof. The turkeys could be in short supply. Cranberries in short. I mean, it's going to be an expensive Thanksgiving.
So
Yeah.
MJ, then he said, your family, you're not going to have a traditional Thanksgiving because Chloe's not home.
This year, we let Julian decide because Chloe is in Scotland. Oh, by the way, soccer today, Chloe sent me a message. She's center back today, Michelle.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's playing soccer on the top team at St. Andrews in Scotland. All right. So Chloe's not going to be here because they don't get Thanksgiving off in Scotland.
Yeah,
all right?
No, they
It's
don't
called
care about it.
Thursday.
Yeah. So Chloe will not be here for Thanksgiving. Now, Julian, who goes to boarding school in Connecticut, he's in his final year. He's a senior. Julian is coming home. Actually, he comes home a week early, right?
He comes home next Friday.
Very exciting. And we let Julian decide. Do you want to do a traditional Thanksgiving? I'll fry up the turkey and the 100% peanut oil in the backyard. Michelle will make the biscuits. Michelle will make the gravy and the cranberry, and I'll do the Brussels sprouts the way everyone loves them. So we gave Julian a choice. Do you want us to do just a three-way threesome Thanksgiving, just Michelle and me and you, or would you like to go out for dinner? And Julian opted to go out for dinner.
That's all. That's the only decision he made.
Right.
Out to dinner.
And then it turns out that Burns Steakhouse is doing Thanksgiving dinner, so I got a res. So Julian said, let's go to Burns. Julian is the one, when we posed this to him, would you like to go to dinner? He said, how about Burns? And I said, okay, let me see if Burns is doing Thanksgiving. And they were. And then we're going to Burns.
Good thought by Julian.
And Fester is trying to talk me out of going to Burns. Hey, Michelle, Fester, we're locked in. Fester is trying to blow up Julian's choice for a Burns Thanksgiving dinner.
Not happening.
Okay, hold on, Michelle. All right, easy.
Yeah,
First of all,
hold on, Michelle.
Not happening. Obviously, MJ's family is the most important thing in his life.
Michelle, wait for this. Wait until you hear what Fester wants to do.
We all know what the second most important thing in MJ's life is.
Food?
His Instagram account.
Oh.
I was like, MJ, if you want to make a video that people will watch, how about you, MJ, Michelle, you, your son Julian, my crew, we do Thanksgiving dinner at the Golden Corral.
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
No.
Me and MJ right across the table, throwing shrimp at each other, loading up, just getting bent on the chocolate fountain. We videotape the whole thing, make a great Instagram video.
Well, videotape? What are we going to use? A VHS camcorder? We're going to videotape it?
We could probably hire a crew to come with us.
All right, so Michelle, Fester is trying to get us to cancel the Burns reservations and join him and his family at Golden Corral for their Thanksgiving buffet.
No, thank you.
What? Okay, I'm going to sweeten the pot a little bit.
And Fester thinks that by doing this, my Instagram account and my reels or videos will go viral, that MJ is with Fester and both families at Golden Corral.
We all know that whatever you eat on
Fester's going to take his shirt off and dip his whole body under the chocolate fountain.
Okay, so I told you not to say my number one fantasy out loud, but you did. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go. You're not even gonna have Thanksgiving at Burns. You're gonna have a steak. You're not gonna have turkey and trimmings.
Listen,
They'll have turkey available, I'm sure.
I'm sure they will. Listen,
That's not the point.
That's to be determined. Maybe I'll have a porterhouse for two with Julian and maybe a little side of turkey.
Why don't you do that on Friday and have an awesome Thanksgiving? And we make a great video. Have nothing but fun. I'll be extra funny. And Michelle, in social settings, I'm hysterical.
Fester claims that.
You are.
It's
very enticing, but
what do you mean it's
already picked
what
it.
Golden Corral is very enticing?
What
We're
if?
having dinner with Fester and Allison and Hadley and Hudson. It's very enticing.
Okay, hold on. The enticing part is the chocolate fountain and the unlimited fried shrimp at Golden Corral. That's going to be the
Okay,
awesome part.
Hang on. Hold on to that thought. Let me get Julian on the phone. All right, let me call Julian up at boarding school in Connecticut. I'm conferencing Julian right now. Let's let Julian make the final decision. If I can get a hold of him. He might be in class already. It's 8:00. I don't know.
He's
Yeah.
checking in.
Is he already in class?
I think so.
Yeah, we might not get him. So I might have to. Yeah, I don't think he's answering the phone.
No, I don't think he's answering the phone.
No.
Okay, so,
Hey, hello?
Julian.
Hey,
what's up?
Julian.
cool.
Oh no, it's he's tricking us with the voicemail. What is this?
Chris is great.
I just hung up on it.
That's pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
That's
You know
really
what?
funny.
I haven't heard that one yet, Michelle.
I haven't either.
It's one of those trick voicemails where
That's
you're
really
like,
funny.
hello. What is
All
he?
right.
What is he trying to sound like? He's getting run over by a train and a truck?
Yeah.
God, you think his
Sounds
father
like
made
it.
a fortune doing crank calls or
Roxanne,
something?
what were you going to say?
What I was going to say, Michelle, if you guys do Golden Corral, it will be the last time you eat out as a family for Thanksgiving. If you do Burns, you may forever eat out for Thanksgiving.
Right.
So just
Are
do whatever you want to
Are you
do,
people all delusional?
right? That's what will happen.
You people are nuts. It'll be the best time ever. Michelle, not only would I let your family pick one of the 3 immediate Tampa locations. There's like 7 locations in the greater Bay Area.
Fester's got the map up. Will you stop
You
it?
can pick the location on Hillsborough Avenue. There's one up in Temple Terrace, and there's one out in Brandon. Whichever one you want, we'll meet you out there. We got to wait in line, of
What
course.
if I want to go to the one near Winter Haven?
We can. That's fine. That's fine.
All right, Fester, we're not going to Golden Corral.
Oh.
Hey, folks, so Fester thinks that if I do this and we shoot videos, that my videos will go viral and I'll get thousands of new Instagram followers. That's what Fester's trying to entice me with. Do me a favor. Just everyone follow me right now on Instagram so I don't have to do this cockamamie scheme. So if you're not following me on Instagram, give me a follow right now, Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow, Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. Fester, I'll let Julian make the final decision. We'll get him on maybe later this morning or tomorrow morning or Friday, whatever.
Oh, so it's not a no.
Right.
Okay. All right. Oh, hold on. I thought I was at a no. We're going to let Julian make the decision.
Michelle and I are saying no, but Julian, do you agree with letting Julian decide?
No.
Burns or Golden Corral buffet for Thanksgiving dinner? Oh, boy.
You go to Burns, you get 1 steak. 1. You go to Golden Corral, you can have as many steaks as you want.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle, we're going to do Thanksgiving probably at Meat Market, so you're welcome to come with us if MJ
thank
ends
you.
up going
Yeah,
to Golden
great.
Corral.
All right.
You guys are all
Michelle, I got to run.
unbelievable.
I'll talk to you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, you know what? Michelle and I doing Prolon. We're doing the diet
yeah.
right now. Yeah, I'm already down. I started Sunday with Michelle. We're doing the Prolon mimicking fasting diet, and I weighed myself this morning, and I'm already down. Let's see, I'm down 5 pounds already. I've lost 5 pounds, and today will be a big day, and then Thursday will be a big day. I'm probably going to lose 10 pounds altogether. I'll be down 10 pounds, maybe even 11. We'll see. So, and I'm not cranky. Am I cranky? I don't think I'm
yes,
cranky.
you are. You're absolutely cranky.
Oh, that's right. I barked at you for saying anyways
Yes.
this morning.
You're
and
not cranky. You're a step or 2 before cranky. You're just edgy.
Yeah, you're edgy.
You're not
But
cranky.
not edgy as in like edgy hip, like edgy,
I-
like almost over the edge.
I yelled at Roxanne because she said, anyways. I'm like, it's anyway, not anyways.
I would like multiple choices in my ways that I'm going to go. So I say anyways.
I'm running just a little late here. Let me give you the Q105 trip-a-day song to win a 3-day staycation at Saddlebrook Resort in Tampa. Is it technically Tampa? Have we decided?
No, it's Wesley Chapel.
It is. Yeah, it's like Pasco County,
I mean,
right?
it's the greater Tampa Bay area
Right.
if we're being geographically vague. But Saddlebrook's
Oh,
in
yeah.
Wesley Chapel.
All right. Anyway, here's the song. You want to listen for Into the Groove by Madonna. Into the Groove, Madonna. It'll play in the 11 a.m. hour. So we'll play Into the Groove by Madonna in the 11 o'clock hour this morning. When you hear it, be the 7th caller and win the Q105 trip a day. So good luck. Hey, speaking of food, Andrew, is that ready to go? Is the picture I sent you, is that ready to roll?
Yes.
Okay. Can you make it live? Is it live? The most disgusting thing of all time?
It's in stories we talked about.
Okay. It is. Fester, go to mjmorningshow.com. I'm about to show you the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in your life.
mjmorningshow.com.
My buddy Luke up in Northern Virginia was going into a Giant supermarket. You've heard of Giant?
Yeah.
Giant Foods? He's going into a supermarket in Northern Virginia yesterday, and you know how supermarkets have the sushi that you can buy. They have a guy rolling sushi inside the deli area or whatever. Most supermarkets have sushi these days, and the guy or woman, they're rolling it right there on premises. Are you ready for this? This could be the most disgusting thing of all time ever.
Okay.
I want to know who the hell would buy this. If you go to, did you just raise your hand?
MJ. All right. Before
Roxanne, did you just raise your hand?
I did.
Hold on. We just pulled the picture up in the studio. Roxanne sees what it is. I see what it is. MJ just said this could be the most disgusting thing ever. I will tell you, this could be the most delicious thing ever. How are you not on board with this?
You guys are brain dead.
How are you not on board with this?
Oh, my God.
You know, I'll tell you, this hits me.
This is spoken from a man who refuses to go to Golden Corral for Thanksgiving. This is delicious. I'm amazed humanity hasn't thought of this sooner.
If you go to mjmorningshow.com and you click on stories that we mentioned, you will see the photo that my buddy took.
Oh, my God.
This hits all notes for me.
Oh, are you guys on drugs?
I like it a little
Are
spicy.
you guys on crack or fentanyl? What are you on?
We're on what this is
All right.
surrounded in.
They are selling, at least in Northern Virginia, this happened in Prince William County, Northern Virginia, outside of a Giant supermarket. They have that like sandwich board sign. You know that plastic, easel sign?
Yes.
With the big ad in it. As you walk in the front door of the supermarket, they are advertising the Cheetos Flamin' Hot Sushi Roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guys, I am
Speaking to
going to
me.
come over there and beat you guys silly.
No, this is
It looks
has
like
legs.
oh my God. It looks like it's a California roll that is rolled in smashed up flaming hot Cheetos dust. And they're using the Cheetos logo. It's Cheetos Flamin' Hot, which that's a type of Cheetos.
Right.
They've made a California roll. They've rolled the whole thing. All the rice edges are now orange because they rolled the whole California roll in flaming hot Cheetos dust.
okay.
This is fantastic.
No, it's not.
Let me tell you, if I
This is-
get like
Yes.
a hand roll or any kind of sushi roll and I need it to be spicier and crunchier, I will ask for them to insert some tempura chips and some spicy mayonnaise on the side. This does it for me.
God,
I don't
this-
need to ask for that because it's got the spicy with the Cheetos flaming hot flavor, and then it's got the crunchy with the consistency of it.
Oh,
Right?
Guys,
That's
Roxanne,
really good.
Roxanne, this is not sushi. This is an abomination.
Okay, listen.
Yes, you guys hungry?
flavor.
Let's go to the abomination bar tonight for dinner.
Listen. All right, who's going to a supermarket for the world's greatest sushi anyway?
I realize that.
Okay,
but-
listen, this is nice.
Rolling sushi now in flaming hot Cheetos orange dust. It's $5.99.
All right. You get 8 pieces.
Made fresh daily. I'm reading the sign here. And then it looks like they drizzle it with that spicy mayo. So not only is it flaming traffic cone orange sushi, but it's also drizzled with that spicy mayonnaise out of the glue bottle.
These culinary geniuses sent flaming hot Cheetos and sushi on a blind date, and they're going to get married
Are you
because these two are meant to be together.
Are you trying to trigger me? Are you trying to trigger me more than I'm already triggered?
There's nothing wrong with this.
No.
Yes, there is. There's everything wrong with this.
There's wrong with people who don't something wrong with people who don't have an open mind to this, like you.
Yeah. Oh man.
This is This is awful.
Put a little wasabi on top of it, a
Yeah.
little soy sauce. Oh, forget it. I can't believe you're so turned off by this.
You know what I ought to do? I ought to call Daniel at Yoko's. Seriously, Daniel is the head sushi chef at Yoko's. I don't know if he's going to answer the phone here. Let me try. I've known Daniel for years. I've known Yoko and Jeff for years. Let me see if I can dial him up. He's gonna, if he's driving, he'll drive off the road. I wonder if he's heard. Hold on.
I don't want to cause an accident.
Hang on. 813-504.
Okay, how about you not give out his whole number, or at least half his number?
I'm not giving out his whole number.
You only let our trolls have 9,999 options.
All right, pick up line 1. See if Daniel picks up. Tell him it's MJ and we want to talk to him live.
Okay.
He might throw up if he's available. Is he? Did you pick up?
Hey, Daniel.
Oh, Fester picked up the phone.
Hey, this is Fester from the MJ Morning Show.
MJ wants to talk to you live.
Good, brother. MJ wants to talk to you about sushi. Is that okay? All right, hold on, man. Hold on. Wake up. Hold on.
Oh, did we wake him
I
up?
don't know. He sounds asleep. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Hey, Daniel, it's MJ live. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
All right, so Daniel's the head chef at Yoko's Sushi Bar, Japanese restaurant in South Tampa on MacDill. I've been going there, since like 1995. I mean, since the beginning. And the kids, I used to bring Chloe and Julian for Sushi Sunday when they were growing up, starting at 2 years old. So, Daniel, you watched my kids grow up over there.
Basically, yes.
Right, so, Daniel.
I'm older already,
Yeah, Chloe's 21, Julian's 18. All right, Daniel, the reason why I'm calling you is I saw the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
No.
A friend of mine up in Northern Virginia was walking into a giant food supermarket, and you know the supermarket sushi, the companies that have they have the sushi bar or the sushi rollers in the supermarket. Daniel, have you ever heard of this? They had a big sandwich board sign outside. You walk in and they're advertising the Cheetos Flaming Hot Roll.
Oh no, that's no good.
It is sacrilegious. Daniel, I'm looking at the picture. So you're assaulted with this as you walk into the front of the Giant Foods. They've got this folding sign standing up advertising the Cheetos Flaming Hot Roll. It looks like a California roll rolled in smashed up Cheetos Flaming Hot dust. So all of the rice on the outside of the California roll is now flaming hot traffic cone orange, and then they drizzle it with spicy hot mayo. I'm like, this is the grossest thing I've ever seen. And I've got Roxanne and Fester saying, "Oh, this looks delicious."
We didn't know he was going to call you, Daniel. This is a little bit embarrassing because, I love your restaurant. Now MJ is sushi shaming us. We wanted to keep this enjoyment to ourselves.
This is fine. This is fantastic.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think I can try. One is because I don't eat much sushi anymore like before, just because I'm around all the time.
Yep.
But most of the times when I go to eat sushi, it's like either I'm go see one of my friends in a different restaurant.
Yep.
Or when I go to Japan, and when I go to Japan, I eat a lot.
Yeah. So, but listen, Daniel, is this one of the grossest things you've ever heard of? Rolling a California roll in Cheetos dust?
I seen they're trying to do the Mexican sushi instead of Japanese sushi.
Oh, my God.
I'm also looking at this a little closer, Daniel. It looks like they actually put uncrumbled whole pieces of Cheeto in the roll.
Oh, no,
so
really?
You have the avocado and looks like whatever kind of fish
avocado, cucumber, imitation crab stick, and Cheetos inside the roll, and then they roll it in the dust.
I think the guy who invented that probably have some joint. You know what I mean?
Some joints.
You think he was high? He was smoking pot when he came up with this.
Man.
I think so.
All right, Daniel, we'll see you at Yoko's in South Tampa, buddy.
All right, sounds good. All right, thank you.
Thanks, man. All right, Daniel, the head sushi chef at Yoko's in South Tampa. All right, I'm moving on, but this is disgusting. Oh, Julian just texted me.
Aha.
Julian said, "Call me back if you need me."
Oh, we need you.
Oh, yes, we do. All right. Calling Julian at boarding school. I wonder if he's like walking out of class or something.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, were you in class when we called you?
No. I was getting ready and I just didn't see my phone.
Oh, okay. Hey, I had mom conference called. Julian, I'm going to leave this up to you, and you get to make the final call right here, right now. So it revealed that we're not going to have a traditional Thanksgiving at the house, that we left it up to you, that I would fry the turkey, Michelle would do everything, and it would just be you, me, and Michelle this year because Chloe's in Scotland. And we gave you the option. Do you want us to do Thanksgiving at the house, or do you want to go out for dinner? And you said, hey, what about Burns? And Burns does a Thanksgiving, so I made reservations. We've got reservations for us three. Yeah. Cantaloupe, Flip Fantasia. We have reservations for Thanksgiving, but then Fester is trying to put the whammy. Fester's trying to blow up our Thanksgiving.
No, I'm giving you a much different and better option.
Julian, you decide. Here's what Fester wants us to do.
All right, J-Dog, listen. Thanksgiving, you, the folks, my crew, we all go down to the Golden Corral, videotape the whole thing, make crazy videos of us eating all kinds of gluttonous food, having the absolute best time of our lives on Thanksgiving, and that's it.
Fester wants us to go to the Golden Corral buffet for Thanksgiving.
I mean, as enjoyable as it sounds,
Shut up.
I'd rather go to a place that has higher quality food than my boarding school.
Okay, how about you go on Friday? All right, you guys.
I love it. All right, so Julian, we're sticking with the Burns plan. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
All right, there it is. Fester shut down. We're not going to Golden Corral. You enjoy Golden Corral with your family on Thanksgiving.
I'm going to call Golden Corral, see if I can't make a reservation for 100 people right now. I'll invite listeners.
Yeah, I'll tell you what,
$20 a head.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, join Fester at Golden Corral. All right, Julian, get back to school. I'll talk to you later.
Will do.
There it is. Definitive answer. Nope, we're going to Burns.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, very much was. Hey, if you missed the big announcement, folks, about 45 minutes ago, at 7:30, made a major announcement. This came together fast. And I actually did an Instagram live video last night and announced that, hey, we got a big announcement at 7:30. So again, you want to follow me on Instagram. Give me a follow, Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. Starting on Monday morning, this is the big announcement, we're giving away another 20 Microsoft Surface. These are the Surface 8 Pro tablets, but it's even sweeter this time because we're including the keyboard, the snap-on magnetic keyboard and the cover. It is awesome. So starting on Monday morning, we're giving away 20 all next week, every hour during the MJ Morning Show. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and 9 o'clock hours. We're giving away a tablet every single hour. This is a Microsoft Surface 8 Pro with the keyboard. This is like a retail value of, like $1,200, $1,300. I mean, it's incredible. So make sure you're listening to us in the 6 o'clock hour on Monday, and we're just going to give away the first one right away. Just boom, caller, whatever, you win. And then this is called Tablet Tag. You have to get the first name of the first winner, and then in the 7 o'clock hour, be the right caller and know the name of the previous hour's winner, and then it keeps rolling. So for the 8 o'clock giveaway, you got to know who won in the 7. For the 9 o'clock, you got to know who won in the 8. For 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, you got to know who won in the 9 o'clock hour, and so forth all week long. Another $20,000+ worth of tablets and keypads being given away next week here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Spread the word.
Do you realize this tablet tag all started because I had sticky keys that wouldn't type on my computer, and that's how we got with Don, the IT guy?
Yep.
Thanks to my kids, like pouring apple juice or whatever they pour into my keyboard that made the keys not work.
And
here we are.
DonTheITGuy.com. Don the IT Guy, Team Logic IT in St. Petersburg for all your business IT needs, helping to facilitate this again. Yes. So, like Tag Team, back again. Ooh. This is Tablet Tag, ladies and gentlemen, here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, of course, tropical storm warning is in effect. We had Greg Dion also about, 45 minutes ago from Channel 28, ABC Action News. And when it comes to this tropical storm Nicole, which is supposed to strengthen into a Cat 1 hurricane later today, hit the east coast of Florida, but then come across the state. And this thing is huge. The wind field, it's a massive storm. So he thinks from midnight tonight until noon tomorrow, we'll have the effects of the storm in the Tampa Bay area, about a 12-hour event, and then it'll move out of here quick. By midday tomorrow, it should be out of here and gone. But nothing hopefully severe, tropical storm force winds, and maybe up to a couple of inches of rain, 2 to 3 inches. And hopefully this thing is done by midday and out of here. But yes, we have a tropical storm warning for the Tampa Bay area.
I'm trying to verify this online, but one of the texters explained that the buses won't go if the winds are greater than 35 miles per hour, and that's why we haven't figured it out in Hillsborough whether or not school will be closed.
Yeah, listen, they haven't made an announcement yet, or at least I haven't seen it. Andrew, can you keep up with this? We have not heard regarding school closures for Hillsborough and Pinellas tomorrow, but I'm sure they're going to close. We already know that Pasco and Polk have already closed schools for tomorrow, and I would imagine the other counties in the Tampa Bay area will follow suit. And we'll bring you those details as soon as they become available. Oh, and if you want to see that Cheetos abortion, you want to see this Cheetos sushi abomination, go to mjmorningshow.com, click on stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and see the picture of the advertisement outside of this giant supermarket in Northern Virginia.
Guess what? They serve them at Raymond James Stadium for Bucks games.
What?
They serve the computers?
No, the Flamin' Hot Cheetos sushi roll.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Someone just told me that their kid had one.
Listen,
are you kidding me?
It sounds like a thing, MJ. It sounds like a thing that'd be really popular with everybody else but you.
This is awful. Also, speaking of the storm, Dennis Phillips will join us at 8:53. So Dennis Phillips, Mr. Suspenders himself, will join us live in about half an hour here on the MJ Morning Show. Make sure you join us.
Hernando closed. Did we say that just now? Hernando closed as well.
So Hernando's not closed as well. There we go. Hey, I have something a little awkward and weird I want to discuss in a matter of minutes.
Like that.
Let me make sure I have the receipt in my pocket. Yes, I do.
I love awkward and weird.
Yeah, I've got awkward and weird coming up in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. First, though, this is insane. Did you see what TSA found stuffed in a bird?
I got a lot of questions about this.
At the Fort Lauderdale Airport? Jeez.
I'd be lying if I said I only had one or two questions. But this is so weird.
Somebody tried to smuggle a gun inside an oven stuffer roaster. And they tried to carry it on an airplane. This is unflippin' believable. TSA officers discovered a gun inside a raw chicken at FLL. That is the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. I was just there 2 weekends ago because my dad's birthday, 80. And I might have even gone through this checkpoint.
You might have.
So this is at FLL. If you're a pilot, it's KFLL. And it's the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport. And TSA put a picture of the handgun and the chicken on their Instagram account. And they captioned the picture with this little clever little quippy stuff here. We hate to beak it to you here, but stuffing a firearm in your holiday bird for travel is just a waste of time.
That's hysterical. That's really funny.
Yeah. They say that passengers cannot pack a firearm in their carry-on luggage.
Nope.
Hey, we had the story the other day about how in Florida, the number of guns that have been confiscated at checkpoints with some people going to jail. Mm-hmm. It's off the charts. So far this year, and the year's not even over, Florida has set the record for the most handguns that have been found at the airport TSA checkpoints.
Woo, we're number one.
Florida, yay, baby. TSA says you may transport unloaded firearms in a locked, hard-sided container. You got to separate the ammo mag and the ammo from the gun. but it's checked baggage only, and attempting to bring a firearm through a security checkpoint, and that could be criminal charges or civil penalties as well.
Okay.
But what was this person thinking? I need more information. In the TSA or the airport police, which I think I want to say that the airport police in Broward, I think the Broward County Sheriff's Office handles the airport policing there. And I just don't see what happened to this individual. But, I mean, this is deliberate to try to sneak a handgun and ammo inside a raw chicken and shoved it inside the inside the giblet area, right up the...
So I'm looking at the surrounding areas around the chicken and the handgun and the rest of the pictures. It looks like they had the chicken, a raw chicken, in the bag that they purchased it in,
right?
In a soft-sided cooler case.
Yeah, and then a gun shoved inside.
What happens if it made it through TSA, they get to where they're going, they cook the chicken and forget that it's in there? I mean, when the oven heats, would the gunpowder explode? Would you? Yeah.
Like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Listen, let me tell you what I'm really concerned with. This is a raw, uncooked chicken. What if the gun got salmonella?
No kidding. How unsanitary is that?
Or how tragic would it be if you got shot by one of the bullets in the gun and didn't die from the bullet wound itself, but actually died from salmonella?
Salmonella that's on the bullet.
Has anyone ever been shot with salmonella?
Oh, my God. Who leaves their house doing the
Oh,
airport?
my God. You're not going to believe this.
What?
The TSA spokesperson is Salvador Manella.
Stop.
All right.
All right, I'm kidding.
Okay.
All right, it's not salmonella. All right, I'm kidding. I'm joking. But the brand of chicken, I haven't heard of this. The brand of chicken, which for whatever reason, I guess this was important to the story. The brand that, and I don't think I've heard of this particular brand of chicken.
So this is purchased from a Latin American store?
Kikiri Quirch Baking Hen. KIKIRIQUIRCH is the brand name with the gun shoved up the, what. I want to know the backstory. Did they arrest the person? Were they going to try to hijack the plane with the gun inside their chicken? I mean, or were they just trying to transport the gun? They thought that they'd hide it and the TSA wouldn't see a gun inside a chicken?
Wow.
I mean, it's an unbelievable story.
I think kikiri in Spanish is like the same way we do cock-a-doodle-doo.
One of the few things I remember from high school Spanish is that Americans will say cock-a-doodle-doo, where the chicken never says cock-a-doodle-doo.
Right.
In Spanish, it's kikiriki.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, kikiriki is the equivalent.
All right. Are you ready for a... Yes, Andrew, you're raising your hand.
No, I was just curious to know what surprised TSA more, the gun or the fact that there was a raw chicken being brought on.
You know what? If you can legally bring a raw chicken, I wouldn't be surprised if they've seen that a lot.
I think you can.
So you can legally bring a raw chicken. That doesn't seem sanitary, right?
I don't
think if it's wrapped in a bag, I don't think that the TSA is really concerned about salmonella.
That's like smuggling cocaine in a dead alligator.
I don't think you could bring raw meat into the country.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to bring in meats and fruits and vegetables or anything that could, pose some type of a disease spread or whatever. I got to move along here. What did I tease just before the creepy chicken story?
Awkward and weird.
Yes.
And a receipt in your pocket.
I walked the dogs last night, and as I'm walking through my front yard, there are two Publix shopping bags, the brown bags, not the crinkly plastic ones. There are two Publix shopping bags, the brown paper bag, in my yard. So I'm walking out of my front gate. I'm like, what is this? And where'd this come from? I'm like, who put Publix shopping bags in my front yard? No food in the bags. However, two brown Publix bags and this receipt.
Ooh, okay. So even if you use a credit card, your name isn't on the receipt, right?
No. This is this receipt is from the Publix shopping center at 1313 Southdale Mabry. Oh, the store manager is Robert Gouldsby.
Good morning, Mr. Gouldsby.
Good morning. I got a phone number here. So good morning to Publix store manager Robert Gouldsby. Just his name's on the receipt. Well, apparently, one of my neighbors shopped at Publix, got stuff, and how did their bags, after they took their merch out, by the way, that's the Publix that's on Neptune, right? That's at Dale Mabry and Neptune.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, it's like the big beach park store for folks. So one of my neighbors, clearly, I don't know which one, somehow allowed their Publix bags to enter my yard and the receipts inside.
What'd they buy?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
This is kind of a curiosity. What are my neighbors buying at Publix? Isn't this interesting?
All right, if they bought the ingredients for meth, I'm going to freak out.
All right, I'm going to go down. There's an item on here that I'm very curious about.
Okay.
And Roxanne might be the one to help us out with this.
Okay.
So they bought tofurkey. I got to be careful how I say
Okay.
that. I don't want to have to dump myself like I had to dump Froggy yesterday.
That's turkey that's made from tofu.
They
Or
bought
it's not real turkey.
They bought tofurkey roast and gravy for $12.99.
Okay.
Okay, so possibly vegans.
They
Give me
bought
some clues.
They bought 2 bags of Royal Mexican rice.
Mm-hmm.
They bought pistachio KRNL WDF. What is that? For $14.99. They bought 2 of those. They bought blueberries for $4.99. They bought Ithaca Classic for $5.49. What is Ithaca Classic? I have no. I went
so
to
far,
I
they
went to
just sound-
college in Ithaca, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. What Ithaca used to make shotguns.
All right,
I think of classic. I think of a pickle. What
Ithaca
is-
Classic is a hummus.
Oh, hummus.
Okay.
Hummus. There you go.
So,
That's right.
and the pistachio KRNL is pistachio kernels.
I don't know.
Okay, so far they're very healthy, and by the way, that Ithaca, I forgot about that. That hummus is delicious.
Gotcha. All right, they bought Tide with Febreze for
All right.
$12.99. Oh, that was on sale. They saved $3.
They smell good.
All right, hang on a sec. They bought Sodell Unsweet. I don't know what that is. Vegan coconut CRI. They bought Glad FNG straw. Those trash
Those are
bags.
Fun yeah.
Okay.
Trash bags.
More Ithaca hummus, lemon garlic.
Oh, the lemon tahini is the best one.
All right, but they bought romaine hearts. But here's the 2 items that kind of caught my attention.
So far, they're just healthy eaters.
Really, really healthy polluters.
They bought 2 of these. Summer's Eve DO spray.
Okay.
All right, so they bought 2 Summer's Eve deodorant spray at $3.39 a piece. Now, Summer's Eve, isn't that a douche?
All right.
Okay.
Isn't that a douche? So, wait, is this like Summer's Eve crotch spray?
Is this like 3rd grade? I mean, I guess it is. I guess, yeah.
All right, so I'm on
Google
this.
Is this crotch odorant? What is Summer's Eve? What is this for?
So I'm on the Summer's Eve
All right,
site.
Roxanne, do you know?
I mean, I can Google like everybody else. So here I am on the Instacart
I mean,
page. and
if I'm embarrassing one of my neighbors, I don't know which one it is, but do they have a crotch problem?
maybe you're not embarrassing them. Maybe they're being preemptive.
But also,
You know?
listen, as far as I'm concerned, this receipt, which I'm holding up to MJTV right now, this blew into my yard.
Public domain.
This is absolutely.
It's yours.
There's no right to privacy when your Publix receipt blows into my front yard.
All right. Does it say what scent?
Anchovy.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, I will tell you. It's summer. I found.
Oh, Andrew fell on the floor.
Oh, my God.
Hang on, Andrew.
Oh, my God.
Andrew fell on the
These
floor.
are some jokes for boys today.
Oh,
These are
man.
funny ones. Okay, Summer's Eve feminine deodorant freshening spray. I found it online, gluten free. So this is right along the lines of what these.
What do you mean it's
purchasers-
gluten
It
free?
says it's gluten. I just look,
They're
Fester.
worried
What does
about
that say?
gluten in their crotch spray?
What? Why would you be worried about gluten in your crotch?
I mean, if you're
It says it.
against gluten, I guess you want to know what is and isn't glutenized. I mean, but they have several aromas. They have floral. They have island splash. They have Tahitian sunset.
It doesn't say. It just says Summer's Eve DO spray. It doesn't say which variety they bought.
Maybe it's a gift.
I don't think.
That's a hint of a gift.
That's a hell of a gift.
Their total receipt.
Try this.
My neighbor's total receipt was $123.97.
That's because you buy all that healthy crap. Ugh, forget it.
They used a debit card, but I don't have a name on this thing. And the receipt is from the 7th. So November 7th at 1600 hours at 4 o'clock is when they bought this stuff. So do I need to ask which neighbors need Summer's Eve deodorant spray?
You know what? You don't need to ask.
Just
well, they did. Didn't you have?
Just be a little more.
They did have a couple garlicky items on the food shopping list, and that'll come out of all your pores and
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's revealing my neighbor's Publix receipts now on the MJ Morning Show. You never know what you're going to hear when you tune into the MJ Morning Show. Like we're under a tropical storm warning. Yay! With Nicole. And again, the event timeline will be pretty much midnight to noon tomorrow here in the Tampa Bay area. Dennis Phillips will join us in about 18 minutes. Dennis Phillips, ABC Action News, with his suspenders, will join us at 8:53 in just a matter of moments here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, moving along. Fester.
Yes.
This might be music to your ears.
Lay it on me.
United Airlines is eliminating seats as Leon gets larger.
So they're reducing the amount of seats on the plane?
Yeah. United Airlines will block off up to 6 seats on Boeing 757 flights until next spring. Is this allowing for like Thanksgiving and Christmas expansion?
It really is. 100% it is. That's why, because they know people put on weight over the holidays. And do people probably travel with heavier clothing?
Or Fester travels.
I mean, yeah, I could travel naked and I'd take up as much room as the guy in a parka.
United Airlines flights are shaping up to be a little more comfortable in coach. Between this month and 30 April of next year, the airline is going to block off up to 6 seats on its fleet of Boeing 757s, according to a United Airlines spokesman. The decision was based on numbers gathered from the Federal Aviation Administration that indicated the average winter weight of female passengers, including their carry-on items, increased.
There you go.
From 150 pounds in 2019 to 184 in 2022.
Yeah, because you've got boots. Yeah, I mean, you've got heavier jackets.
This is including carry-on items. Meanwhile, the average male passenger's winter weight went up from 190 pounds to 205 pounds over the same time.
Wait, what was the female switch again?
Female went from 150 pounds, their weight, including carry-on, in 2019 to 184 in 2022.
Whoa.
So, yeah, if you do the math,
wait a second.
The weight increase for females is a lot greater than males. Hold on, what do you?
No, I mean, how heavy is your carry-on bag? Because I feel like they're pulling some pretty slim females because I feel like my carry-on's heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my carry-on's pretty heavy.
I mean, I think it's an average over the entire spectrum of humanity.
But
150 sounds low to me.
But they're expanding the female weight from 150 to 184. That's 34 pounds.
Yeah.
Whereas the male goes from 190 to 205. That's only 15 pounds.
And a lot smaller percentage of the total male weight. Interesting.
According to United, the temporary change is a result of the increased average customer winter weights as prescribed by the FAA. Temporary change to be compliant with the current B757 weight and balance requirements. United will block specific seats. Oh, that's what this comes down to. It's because of the weight and balance of this particular aircraft. So I don't think they're doing this out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing this probably out of rules and regulations.
Right.
Yeah, they don't care about you know, fat people. They don't. I'll tell you that right now. But, yeah.
You know what? I heard Kanye's voice.
Right.
United doesn't care about fat people.
It's all airlines don't care about fat people.
Was it Kanye?
Kanye West said that about George Bush and different people after the Katrina.
Yeah, after Katrina. And remember, Kanye was standing next to Mike Myers, and Kanye West said, George W. Bush doesn't care about black people. Remember that?
And Mike Meyer could have died right there.
Mike
on the
Meyer's like,
spot.
oh my God, what's going on here? So anyway, to be compliant, United will block specific seats between November 1, so I guess it's already in effect, and April 30th. Blocked off spots will always be middle seats in rows 16 to 40 on the Boeing 757 on United.
So here's the deal, MJ. You know, if you're traveling, I mean, we're in Florida, so we're a little jaded as to how to properly travel. But if you're catching the Boston to Denver flight, you're going to the airport with a heavy coat on.
Right.
You know, and that's not including your carry-on or your personal item. This big, bulky, additional item, you have to stow that somewhere. I mean,
And in your case, your pockets are filled with sausages.
dude, when I left Mexico on Monday, I had a
Chorizos?
No, I had a Mexican Kit Kat bar in my back pocket where the wallet goes.
Oh, no.
And security, I didn't take it off for security. They didn't even stop me to ask about it.
Yeah.
I walked through
Yeah.
Cancun security. I sat on this Mexican Kit Kat bar the entire flight from Cancun to Miami.
Oh my God! It must have been rolled out like as thin as a piece of Saran wrap.
As I reached to get my passport out, I touched the other pocket.
You
and
pulled out this wafer thin Kit Kat.
It was melted. It was like just liquid inside the.
Did you break the packet? Because you could have had chocolate all over your butt, and that would have been a whole different looking thing.
No, thank God. It was just liquefied Kit Kat inside the little metal wrapper container.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, well, then you have to like rip the top off and like
Suck
squeeze
it out?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
my
great.
God.
It was really good.
By the way, on United, they're going to have these little placards. They're going to place signs on the blocked off seats that say, please excuse the inconvenience, the United logo. This seat is temporarily out of service. Do not occupy. So why would, Delta flies the 757. Is Delta going to have to do the same thing?
Maybe they do, and they just don't put a release out about it.
Maybe you're right. That might be a very astute observation there, Roxanne.
I'm still stuck on this 150-pound average female with her carry-on because
You
I'm
got
doing the math.
to get over it, man.
No. It doesn't make sense.
Go ahead.
I'm definitely 130 pounds with glasses, shoes, jeans, a purse, and then a carry-on is 15 pounds. So I'm 145 pounds.
Do you allow?
And I'm on the thin side.
How many? So if you're just butt naked,
Yeah.
you're about what, 125?
Yes.
So you're allowing 5 pounds for your clothing?
And purse and glasses and yeah.
She wears some very heavy glasses.
I do.
It's like ridiculous.
All the accoutrements.
Speaking of glasses, did you see the Michelle
I
librarian
did.
shot?
She looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
I like, when you're scrolling through and you stop on gorgeousness, and I scroll back, I was like, oh, who's that?
If you want to see a pretty sexy picture of Michelle that I took last night, go to my Instagram, go to Certified MJ Radio, go to Certified MJ Radio, and Michelle just got new glasses. You know Linda from Distant Optical?
Yeah, of course.
We've been going to Linda for years. She's always given me a great deal, and she's got an amazing selection. Sunglasses, frames, all the designer stuff. And Michelle just got some new glasses, and she loves them, and they look pretty hot, I got to be honest. Little librarian look. So I said, hey, Michelle, I got to take a picture of these things. And she let me take it, and she was looking extra librarian sexy last night in her new glasses. So I posted the picture on my Instagram. So take a look. And thanks to Linda, Distant Optical in St. Pete.
So,
hey, and if you mention me, MJ, over there, I'm sure she'll take care of you. All right? So go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and see sexy librarian glasses wearing Michelle. And she's got a little low-cut top on as well.
Any,
But I think that got cropped out on it. But listen, it's a good picture. Go check it out, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. And, hey, give me a follow while you're there, if you'd be so kind. Next, in minutes, Dennis Phillips from ABC Action News will join us regarding this soon-to-be Category 1 hurricane and tropical storm Nicole as it comes across the Tampa Bay area tomorrow. We'll get full details from Dennis Phillips next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Now, if you want to move, you can do it the Q105. MJ here with Fester and Roxanne. Froggy texted in sick this morning, and Roxanne has diagnosed Froggy with RSV, correct?
Yeah. That's just my guess.
Just her gut feeling. But there is nothing to support that assumption. But,
Absolutely nothing.
hey, big news this morning. Well, we're dealing with this whole tropical storm situation and what should be Hurricane Nicole later on. Dennis Phillips is on hold. Get to Dennis here in just a second. Just quick mention, the big, huge announcement at 7:30 this morning. It is back, baby. I am so excited. Roxanne, you're saying the texters are going crazy.
Cuckoo. I wish you would all win, but
Our
can't help you
texters
with
are
that.
going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. All right, we're giving away another 20 tablets. We're giving away another, these are not like 10 Commandments tablets from the top of Mount Sinai. No, we're giving away, those would be very valuable though. We are giving away another 20 Microsoft Surface 8 Pro tablets with the keyboard and case. This is even better than last time. This was massive. This was huge. Back in August, we gave away 20. So on Monday morning, we start giving away another 20 Microsoft Surface 8 Pro tablets. Listen at 6 a.m. for the first one. Then we'll do it at 7, 8, and 9 a.m. every day next week. Every hour, every day next week, MJ Morning Show giving away 20 Microsoft tablets. The retail on these things with the keyboard, this is like a $1,200, $1,300 deal, maybe more. And we're giving away 20 of them. It's tablet tag. So Monday morning in the 6 o'clock hour, we'll give away the first one to a random caller. And then you have to know that winner's first name for the 7 o'clock giveaway. Then in the 8 o'clock, you got to know the 7 winner. In the 9 o'clock, you got to know the 8 winner. Then for Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., you have to know the 9 a.m. winner's